So the style of this beer right now, we're just calling it wet hop. It's the closest thing to American IPA we've ever made. Hops are usually dried right after they're picked so they don't mold. And I think the process of drying them changes it a little bit. So the character's a lot different. It's like the difference between dried basil and fresh basil. Not a lot of bigger breweries do them. And not that we're bigger, but just something we've always wanted to do. The core of the beer is an American IPA, stylistically. So yeah, it's pretty traditional that way, except for the fact that we're using wet hops. There's not very many made in the Midwest because hops aren't really grown in the Midwest anymore. Today we've got about 1,400 pounds of a mix of Centennial and Chinook hops grown in the Yakima Valley in Washington State. They're wet hops, which means they haven't been kilned or dried at all. They're really going to be the presence of the beer. So they were cut down Tuesday morning, immediately put in these boxes, loose packed, off the vine. We'll be brewing with them today, and the compounds we want to extract are not for bitterness, but for aroma. You know, the idea with this beer is to ferment it at our normal temperature of 67 degrees, and then we've reconfigured the lauter tun to act as a hop back. So you're basically a huge giant tea bag. We're gonna fill that with hops. We're gonna recirculate, not boiling, but just under boiling wort through it. And so we'll have like a hot steep in there. Should be done with primary in 5 days. After that, we let it sit warm for another 5 days or so, and then bring it down to 33 degrees. Hopefully we'll be packaging it in 3 weeks if everything goes okay. We don't know, we've never done it before.